Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. We're going to start our session now. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, we'll take few minutes to understand ourselves, how this meditation can help us to purify our mind. So in the very first level, you have to remember the very purpose of this whole practice is purifying our mind. Purify our mind from greed, hatred, and the delusion. And once you purify the mind, so inside your mind, there are different nature you already have related to loving kindness, compassion, wisdom. So greed, hatred, and the delusion is this defilement kind of like a dust. It's covered the pure nature. Why it covered like that way? Why it effect for the pure nature? Because of our thinking pattern. So if you don't think, there is no way the greed or the hatred or the delusion going to develop. Why? Because to think, we use our past experience and the future desires that both come out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So in the present moment, if you are able to settle down with the present moment, in the present moment, there is no greed, hatred, or the delusion. So even 1 second, if you are able to settle down with the present moment, that means that 1 second, your mind doesn't have the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So then if you expand the capacity little by little, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, then what will happen? So little by little, you develop a method to settle down with the ongoing present moment, which not related to greed, hatred, or the delusion. And in that very moment, what happens? Your mind start to tune to its its pure nature, related to loving kindness, compassion, and the wisdom. But how we can develop a method not to think? Because even in the present moment, sometimes deeply our thinking pattern can interfere. Because we become like this as a result of our thinking. And not only for this moment, even your tomorrow, day after tomorrow, even your next life come to you as a result of thinking. So then we deeply, in a current, we deeply addicted to think. But when you think, what do you think? When you think always that you, whatever happened to you, you take as the foundation. Whatever already happened to you, you take as the foundation to think. Even when you think about the future, the same thing. To think about the future, you take your past or your history as a foundation. So when your history becomes the foundation, then whatever the thoughts you build up on that, it cannot be new. So that's why we deeply bound to time and space. Why we bound to time and space? Why we depending from that? Why our life always have a deeper relationship to time and space? Because we live from our past. So that's why in the meditation take you to different level of way of life. So that is recognizing the present moment and tune and stay according to that whatever happens, and you recognize it. And that recognition itself clear your mind from the past or the future, and moment by moment, if you able to recognize and drop it, there in a certain level, you come to a point to understand it is only the experience. So when you come to the point of experience, then you can see the history. That is totally different way of understanding. So even the Buddha, even that most of the enlightened masters, and when they attain to enlightenment, and even the Buddha, whatever the incident happened, he used to tell the history about it. So the seeing the past and thinking about past is two different way of life. But in a very conventional way of life, we build up by thinking. By thinking related to our past experience, influenced by the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So then when you keep thinking and repeating, then it becomes the current. So then whatever you do, you're going to end up with the same kind of result. Even you look like you move forward, you don't move forward. It's kind of like you try to learn the skateboard, because it's always you have to keep the weight forward when you are on the board. And it but mostly when people try to train it, learn it, they think their body move forward, but no. Most of them, when they fell down, they hit their butt on the ground. It's a very famous analogy that regarding the life. We the same, we look like we move forward. We look like we go forward. We look like we are in a journey, but we always hold it to back. But releasing that is the art. And we access to it in a different ways. And any sport, if you look in any sports, why people that the players so enjoy it, there is a way that you tune to the moment. By thinking about something else, you cannot be a good player. You tune to the moment, you get out of everything. And I was reading about that one of the Olympic medal, this gold medal shooter, and had a discussion with him and asked him. He went through all his family, difficulties, but still 2012 he able to get the gold medal. So then this journalist asked him, how you did this, how you come to this point, and with this all the difficulties, what is the secret? Did you think about your country? Did you think about your flag? Did you think about your sponsors? So what's the reason how you win this? So this guy told, if I'm going to think about my family, my personal problem, then I'm not going to do this. And at the same time, if I think about my country, I cannot focus to myself. And if I think about the flag or the becoming proud about it, or even becoming famous about it, then I cannot focus myself. So only thing was, out of that all training and everything, in that very moment when I took my rifle, I let go that everything. I disconnect from that everything and I just saw only the target. And my mind just thought only the target, not even the winning. See, that is what we have to understand even in a very conventional life. Not even about the outcome or the result. And how about you thinking about meditation? And you close your eyes thinking, I'm going to attain to enlightenment. See, you're not going to go anywhere. That's why, see that how that person thought about shooting. He just think about only the target. So like that, when you come to the present moment, that there is nothing to detach. But the thing is, if you thinking about detach, and I want to detach from everything and want to come to the present moment, you will never reach that. Why? Because you have a goal. Goal is not your intention is not the recognizing the moment your intention is detachment, then it's not going to work. So see, you have to look from everywhere, from every direction. And there are certain things that we already keep in our mind and hold it to us. Why we say you have to drop it? Because that whatever come to our mind, we have no ability to see it yet, but it all come out of the past experience, past reason. So then you can ask, is there anything that in our mind can come to our mind without that past? There's nothing. There's nothing. So whatever thoughts come to you, somehow there is a deeper roots related to your past. That's why that the 5 hindrance, it always mentioned when we are in this journey, the hindrance happening within ourselves, that all the thoughts, even the sometimes it look like nice, the thoughts come to us, it look like nice, but it slowly try to take you to the place wherever you are. It never allow you to go beyond this. So then understand the value of the present moment. And you already deal with your mind so far in this journey. But still sometimes you don't have any idea how this mind works. Why? Because that all the thoughts came to us to validate our mind, not to question our mind, not to see our mind, but only to validate. So whatever other people say, end of the day, you will do whatever that you think. That's how you validate your own mind. We whatever that happen outside, in the very first level, whatever you thought about it, you're going to hold it to that. Because that's how we validate ourselves. From that point where that's all the self-centered mind, egocentric ideas, the views going to become more stronger. So then come to a point, while you practice in the very first level, just learn to settle down. That is very important. Physically, start to settle down. Don't think that you have to do something. Don't calculate what you have done. So in this very moment, in the very first level, you have to appreciate and you have to enjoy your sitting. If you don't do that, it is better you go and do something else. Because at least you have to settle down to the sitting. So once you settle down to that, your body start to change to certain level. That sitting itself going to accept. You're going to recognize. So deeply your own mind start to open to that. Because the way you maintain your body, the way you keep your body, and then according to the environment and the positions, your mental ability change. So as example, you live in the close to you live in a flat area, and then your mind going to settle down to certain level, and from that flat area you go to a higher mountain place. When you reach to a higher mountain place, what is happening to your brain, your mind, that risk taking ability become more stronger, more higher in your mind. It's scientifically proved. So when you are living in higher mountain areas, you take more risk. You are naturally it's come to you. So that is the one thing. And so that is why the posture, settle down with the posture is important. Because once you settle down with the posture, naturally what happened, your mind start to tune to recognize. Because you get out of all the bodily actions. And that itself, mind start to tune to go with it recognition. So then we observe our own inhalation, exhalation. And while you're observing, and don't interfere with it, don't allow your mind to make any comments, or don't try to regulate that natural inhalation, exhalation. Just observe and try to see as it appear, as it happen, as it disappear. Just see it like that. And when you see it, and you will recognize it is just not only the inhalation, exhalation appearing and disappearing. In following that inhalation, exhalation, this recognition also appearing and disappearing. And when you recognize inhalation, it appears inhalation, and when you recognize exhalation, the recognition about the inhalation already disappeared, and then the recognition of exhalation come there. So in the deeper level, the entire process keep changing, moving, and there is no any solid, permanent experience inside us or outside us. So once you come to a point to understand that, it is, you will recognize it is just only the moment of experience tuned to the real life. When you mean by real life, that's mean it is not your past, it is not your future, it is only in the present moment. So then, in that reality, you will see it never happened 50%. So your reality, your life, your nature always function to the highest level 100%. But we not experience it. Why? Because our body and mind in two different places. So your mind also happened to 100%, your body also happened to 100%. That's why when the mind happened 100%, maybe you go to the past. But if you able to bring this all together, the mind 100% and the body 100%, and you integrate, you harmonize together, and then out of that, the whatever come, the outcome also going to be 100%. So that is your recognition. So try to tune to that. Remember that already the mind happened to 100%, the body happened to 100%. If your body happened to 50%, you cannot be here like this. If your mind happened to 50%, you cannot experience this. It happens, but it interferes with something else. This is what we have to understand. So the meditation is a method, it brings to the right point. So when you do it by conscious, again and again, again and again, in a certain level, it start to build up the current to be there like that. Even without consciousness, then naturally your body and mind start to work together. And then that's why your awareness can be so sharp and clear. Why? Because you have no effort to make it happen. That is why we call it the flow, the current. You build up that to be there like. So let's take few minutes to practice and see how you can experience it. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and bring your attention to your body, please. And scan head to toes and say Sopatveva. Oh, may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please, and find the sensation. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjisami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.